Hey, welcome back to another RSG Lunch Stream. I'm Ranger J, and that's Finn typing.
Yep.
Right when I'm doing the introduction, Finn.
Well, I'm introducing myself. Hi, everyone. This is Finn.
Why don't you just do the introductions, Mr. Typey, Panky?
Hi, everyone. I am Finity, and that's Ranger. Ranger will introduce everyone else.
No, that's wrong. You're going to interrupt me because you feel like typing and not hitting the mute button and ruining the show for all these wonderful people during their lunch break. Then you can introduce everybody.
All right. So then we've got Cranky Pants Ranger, and then we have Mr. Grim the Mechanic. Say hi, Grim.
How's it going?
And then we have Mr. Sanely Red, the non-apprentice.
Hello there.
And we have Mr. Xylo Takedown, a.k.a. Takedown Games.
That's Stoner Jedi. Let's just be real.
What's up, guys?
All right, back to you, Ranger.
Okay, see, not only did Finn interrupt me, but he did an awful job. So, didn't even say what we're here to do, the RSG Lunch Stream Hour. What is it?
You told me to introduce the people.
No, I just said introduction. I didn't say people.
I did. I introduced all the people.
You're a bad man, Finn. You're a very, very bad man. I guess you just go to California and Hollywood and you just think you're just better than us now. That's fine, Finn. So, welcome to the RSG Lunch Hour. What is that? This is where we just hang out for an hour and basically hang out with you wonderful folks and give you something to listen to during the hour. We got a lot of stuff lined up. We'll do a roster review. It's Botnik Day. No Grande, so I think it might be a little bit better than it was last time. But, God, I wish he'd get his ass on here because can't form coherent sentences. So
that was funny though. All of us made perfect sentences, and then he makes one that
I know,
like oh my God, Grande.
Just brutally awful.
He hasn't gotten to that step yet into his instructional videos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's actually. I think he's placating tits. He's basically saying he's doing the work, but he's not really. Finn, do you get that sense?
He's keeping her in business.
Yeah. But I don't think he's actually really...
Judging from recent things, it's more like he's unteaching tits because his mispronunciations are rubbing off on her.
Squeets is legendary. That's all I got to say.
But welcome, everybody. We'll do that. We'll do Botnik. We'll answer your questions. If you do have questions, then by all means, go ahead and throw those in there. And the non-apprentice Sanely Red, we'll scoop those up and get those read. We'll try to get as many questions as we can. But remember, guys, tonight we have the RSG Wednesday night stream for Galaxy of Heroes. We're excited for that. I'll be pimping that a little bit. We'll try to do some Battlefront before then. I think Vancelli gets off work at 4:30. He'll be here 5. He will do a couple hours before the for the actual stream, which means Finn will have to give me everything I need before 4:30 so I can pimp it and everything. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, Finn.
The event has been up for an hour now.
Okay, good. But I need a thumbnail and stuff, Finn.
It's in the Finn stuff channel.
Okay, good. I'll just check it. Yep. See, you have to keep Finn, these young Finns today, on target, guys, because if you don't, they'll just do whatever they want.
You're the avatar for today, by the way.
I saw that. I look like was Super Mario or whatever.
Yep. Yeah. Mustache power. Go
on, here we go.
I'm Mario. Yeah. So hope everybody's territory wars are going well. A big shout out to JB420 and his crew. They've done a really good job fighting us. They're fighting me and MC2. I forgot what name killed. I want to shout them out. Knights of Speedman. So shout out to them. Really good. It was a great battle. They did really well. I think we had we're at 160 GP there at 153, so it was pretty decently even. It wasn't some wide gap, but shout out to those guys. Good job. Good fight. All right, we got a roster review today to do. See here.
Bearded Fett, huh?
Yes, but that's not that's his code name, because in here it's Kyleg 1985's profile. And he's in Dark Savages. And Dr. Finn, what is the Bearded Fett wanting us to look at today?
So he wants us to look at his mods, his arena team, and teams for the Sith Raid.
Oh.
All right. So mods.
So the usual.
So mods, arena team, and you said Sith teams.
Yeah, Sith raid teams. Yep.
Okay.
So his arena team is a Jedi training raid team.
Yeah,
with no tank.
No tank. I'm going immediately to characters. Someone will search because
Mm-hmm.
you need a tank. Oh. You need a Kenobi, or the only way that team works is if you have a tank. Plain and simple, and your best tank is General Kenobi. You can go OG Han. Get rid of Luke and go OG Han. I mean, this team, you can win some matches with this team on defense, but on offense, you're just begging for. You're just begging
Gear
for pain.
8 Kenobi, 5-star Gear 8 Kenobi. That needs to be pushed up quickly.
Yeah, that's a priority. So I'm going to characters. Start looking at his mods. Let's just see what he's got.
Yeah.
That noise.
He does have a Zeta on Emperor Palpatine lead. So potentially he can start shifting over to the EP team as well. He has a Gear 11 Emperor Palpatine, which is fine. A Gear 10 Vader. He needs to
Gear 10 Thrawn.
Gear 10 Thrawn that needs to go up. He has a Gear 8 Nihilus, and that definitely needs to go up.
Yeah.
And then your Kenobi. That'll give you a solid start before you get Scion. So.
Yeah. I mean, does he even have a 3-star Scion?
I'm assuming everyone has a 3. He should
I would
have
hope,
one.
Right?
Yeah, he has a 5-star Scion.
Okay, yeah, we need to transition to that team. So gear and priority goes to that team. It's just a better team overall. I mean, your JTR team is the JTR team, but if you look at the meta reports, JTR is really falling off to the wayside. There are some people that still use it. It is viable, right? But you have to have General Kenobi in that team, and you can use Han on. Some of the teams that I've been seeing too that work is Chopper and then Scavenger Ray with the 3. You can go Kenobi or Thrawn, Kenobi and Han Solo. So there are different ways that you can go about using it. I've even seen Hermit Yoda being a part of that team. But you've got to have Kenobi. He is a priority for you to get up in gear and stuff. So mod wise on his arena team, is that an issue as well?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Then what you're seeing.
He also needs to farm mods because his highest speed secondary is 15.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, so, you definitely need to farm
bad, but
that was mine for the longest time too.
That's because you didn't want to farm mods, Finn. Let's just
I had farmed a lot of
liar.
Mods. I loaded up actually in 15 to 10. You're a liar. But I didn't have a lot of other stuff. So I didn't have much luck above 15. Or actually 16 I started to get some. But I was loaded up in 15 to 10s. I didn't have much above there. So you can make do with that, but he only has 2 double-digit speed secondaries. That's kind of the bigger issue because most of mine were on speed sets when I had all of those. So you get the bonus from the speed set as well, and you can generate good speed with that. When they're not on speed sets, that's when you run into issues.
And the other thing I'm noticing is he focused more on set bonuses than anything else. But most of his stuff isn't on. Most of his good speed secondaries aren't on his arena team. They're spread out.
Yeah. I mean, he has a plus 11 speed on Barris. That needs to change.
It's a 4-dot as well, so
that's fine.
I like 4 dots. I don't mind them. It's just you
just don't put it on a pilot. Other than that, it goes onto a character like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bearded Fett. One of the things. So you have decent mods for non-speed sets. It'll give you some 2-piece. You don't need to worry about the 2-piece bonus. But your 2-piece non-speed sets that you're going to apply that don't have to match set-wise, you have a reasonable selection of mods to try and do something with at least your arena team. You don't have much beyond your arena team. You only have 12 mods that are double-digit speed. So part of your arena issue is going to be just getting more mods in.
Yeah, time to start farming some speed sets.
Yeah, speed set mods.
Speeds
you have
and
to start farming
crit
speed
chance
set mods.
are two ways you can go that are always really good. For the most part, there are some characters that need potency, some characters that need some other things, but for the most part, yeah, you definitely need some speed sets with speed secondaries, and you're just gonna have to farm them. Looking at his total amount of mods, does he need to just do 2 days a week, or is it going to be like 3 or 4 days a week?
I would go more. Based on his more as well. GP. So he is a 2.5 GP. That means he's going to be on a relatively well-established arena shard.
Right.
So if his mods are not higher, he is not going to be able to push up a lot. I mean, he can get. He's going to get top 200, I think, pretty easy if you farm like 2 days a week. Plus, if you buy particular mods from the mod store and whatnot. I think he can push into the top 200 more consistently and pretty close to the top 100. But if you're going to try and push higher, I would go pretty heavy in the mods. Let's review your Sith raid teams too.
Yeah,
but it looks like you have a lot of the critical characters. They're just not geared up.
Yeah, JTR is fine. Let's look at First Order. I mean, I will look at the big four. I always look at the big four for Sith raid teams because these are the teams that are pretty much established. All right, so First Order is getting there. There's 7 stars. It's just a matter of work on Executioner. It's just gear. I think one of the things we're seeing here is a gear crunch as well. But you've got the JTR team. You've got in the works the First Order team. So that's a team. They're all 7 stars. Just getting them some gear. I understand that it's a pain in the ass. Don't worry about Phasma. I see she's gear 11. Don't touch Phasma anymore. Get Kylo Ren, get your regular Kylo Ren, or Kylo Ren Amass, regular Kylo Ren, First Order Stormtrooper, Officer Executioner, you're done. But until then, you can use your First Order TIE Fighter pilot, or Phasma if you want to, but yeah, those are the tunes that we recommend for Sith Raid. Let's look at your Night Sisters.
I went and looked at his Chex Mix. He has all the Chex Mix ready. So he has
CLS, so we got Chex Mix.
Solo. He has a 7-star Death Trooper that needs some work on him. He has a 7-star POW that also needs some gear on him. He has him at gear 6. If you can get him to gear 8 and then put some reasonable speed mods on him, that should help you there. And then your Chirrut is, or is he just on? Yeah, 7-star gear 7. So he's another one you want to get higher because he's one of the higher offense characters that'll boost your Han Solo. So you have the characters already. That's part of the reason why I was saying that you can just go ahead and just farm mods a little bit more than typical.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of the characters already.
So looking at his roster, so I'm looking at his Night Sisters as well. Talzin's, you need to get her up priority. Talzin for the Night Sisters is another one. You've got Asajj already done. She's gear 8. Daka's 7 stars, gear 8. Talia's 6 stars, gear 8. Finish her up. Acolyte's 5 stars. You need to finish her. And Zombie, you're fine. You can start farming him. Keep her at gear 6. Yeah, the Zombie.
He's fine with either Acolyte or Talzin.
Yeah.
The way he's running it, it'll be a weak Initiate that's going to die and then res by Daka.
Right.
So you can run the weak Initiate. Then you can pick between Night Sister Acolyte and Talzin on who you want to focus on. But you can do Night Sister Acolyte through the guild store.
Right.
It's not going to be a very quick farm, but you do want to make sure you're working on Talzin because there's Zetas involved with her farm.
Also, too, with the Night Sisters for Phase 4, at the end of the day, when you finish the Night Sister farm, you're gonna switch Acolyte out for Zombie. So just remember, gear 11 Acolyte's good, but you don't want to spend all your resources on gearing Acolyte just for her to be switched out later on.
Yeah, because the Sith Raid team does not have Acolyte or Initiate in it. The big damage team,
right?
So
depends on how big you're looking at. I run Initiate. I mean, I didn't have Zombie last raid, and so I was using Acolyte, and I got 15% with her. You can do perfectly fine with Acolyte.
You just want to look at how the team transitions from where you start to work on them to where you finish them. So you start with the OG Night Sisters, then you transition Talzin in for Initiate, then you transfer Acolyte for Zombie at the end of the day.
But Acolyte I still like in Territory Wars if you put Night Sisters on defense with your guild. She just for the cheese, and you don't use Talia. So then on defense, you'd use like a Talzin or a Ventress lead, depending on which one you're geared up for. Then you have the other one in there, and you have Daka, Acolyte, and Zombie. So just figure out which direction you want to go with your Night Sisters. There's a few of them, and then how much damage you want. If you want like the crazy damage, his Zombie is already geared up a little bit, right?
No, it's gear 5, I think.
She's a gear. Okay, so leave her. Don't touch her gear at all.
Yeah, I'd say gear 6. 7 stars.
You can go 6, or you can just leave her so she's super squishy and not worry about her. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Fine either way. I would probably just leave her where she is. So you're looking at a pretty decent team here for your Night Sisters in Phase 4. So then I would probably go with what Xylo was saying, which is focus on your Talzin. If you want to work on your Acolyte through the guild store and just kind of bring her up for your Territory Wars, that's fine. But your Sith Raid is going to benefit more from Talzin. And Talzin's also going to be a huge plus for you for Zetas.
Right, yeah.
And looking at your Trooper team, you need to get Death Trooper up as quickly as possible, especially for the Chex Mix team. Veers is 9. No, he's 11. Stark is 9. Stormtrooper's 9. I mean, he's got. You need to finish Short Troopers.
He has all the characters. They're just not geared.
It's just I'm seeing a lot of characters that are unlocked and stuff, but just not geared. And so your priority.
And most of the characters I would ask him to farm are all hard nodes. They're not really Cantina characters.
No. So you just really need to just work on picking a faction. Right? You need to pick a faction. So the first order. Do the Zetas. Do them all to gear 11. Right? Done. Go to your next one, Troopers. Get them all to the Zeta on, at least Veers. Get them to gear 11. Done. Right? Go to Night Sisters. Work on all of them to gear 11, except for Zombie and their stars. Done. Right? You need to be a little bit more focused on who you're working on gear-wise. Characters, it pretty much looks like Finn said, you're hard node farming. So, that's what it is. But from what I'm seeing, you just need to focus on gear. So pick in those faction as you work on them. Like say, start with Crew, right? Get him to gear 11. Get his Zetas, and even while you're, at least get him to gear 11. Then he's done. Then go to the next first order. What do I need for him? Focus him up. Get him to gear 11. What's the next first order? Get him to gear 11, and then once that team's to gear 11, you're in a good spot, right? Then go, go to Night Sisters. Okay, pick Asajj. Get her to gear 11. Go to Daka, gear 11, Talzin. That's how you have to kind of attack this, right? Because if you're mismatched all over the place, then you have some characters that are like gear 11 and some that are like gear 7. It just doesn't work, right? So you need to be strategic in how you do it. So that was what I would recommend. Or you can do it another way, is what I've seen some people do, where they get everybody gear 10, then they go get everybody gear 11. You can do it that way as well, right? So that's kind of how you have to attack this, right? All right. Let's see.
Real quick.
Yes, go.
Do we have Hermit Yoda or Wampa unlocked?
He has Hermit Yoda, I think, at 7 stars. I thought I saw.
Oh yeah, that's really going to help you with your Sith Raid.
Let me double check here, but I thought he had. Yeah, he has Hermit Yoda at 7 stars.
What gear?
And his Wampa, I don't see Wampa.
So instead of going for a bunch of gear 12, finish Wampa, and then you got that Phase 2 team for the Sith Raid, that General Kenobi, Thrawn, the Fitz, whoever you want it to be, Hermit Yoda and Wampa, and get you a couple million damage in Phase 2, and there's a good Sith Raid team for you.
Yeah.
So I would say your main thing right now, Bearded Fett, is gear.
Gear and mods.
You have all the gear and mods. You have all of the key characters that you would need for the different phases in the game, whether it's Arena, Territory Wars, the Raid, Territory Battles. You have all of the characters that you need pretty much at 7 star out of Cantina, and there's a few that you can work on with hard nodes. You don't need to worry too much, I think, about your Cantina farm at this point. There are characters I know that you probably want to finish. But I would say farm speed mods. You're in a position because you have all of these characters that I would say maybe just for 2 weeks straight, just farm the bejesus out of your speed mod challenge and just try to get as many speed secondaries as you can with double digits.
Right.
Your lack of double digit speed secondaries on a speed set is going to be what hinders you the most. So once you get those, that should help you. And I'm trying to see how many speed arrows he has too. You only have 2 speed arrows. So those are the other mods that you're looking for. If you're buying them from the mod store, make sure that you get that when they don't have any speed secondaries, because they are a lot cheaper. So no speed secondaries, or no, I should say no secondaries, period, on a speed primary speed set arrow from the mod store will be cheaper than if it has any secondaries. So because secondaries increase the cost. So that should also help you a lot because you only have 2 speed arrows of speed set. They're not even on the right characters. You have one on Masked Kylo and one on Ezra. So you'll want to start working on getting more of those in your inventory because those are the easiest mods to get because you're not going to have to deal with RNG for the primary stat. As long as it's a 5-dot speed set, speed arrow, you know you're going to get 30 speed primary.
Right. The other thing, too, is you need to start transitioning away from the JTR team. You've got the pieces for the Sith team with Sion, who's already 5 stars. So your first priority for gear would be your arena team, right? Get Alps, Vader, Thrawn, Nihilus. Get Sion past 11, but get them to gear 11 with the speed mods you're doing. Put your best mods on your arena team and start using that team. It's really going to help you out. You know?
Yeah, once he switches to the EP team, he could easily get into the top 100.
Yeah.
Even with the mods that he's got right now.
Yeah. So you need to transition that. And if you have any issues with Vader's got to be in the 230 speed, Thrawn in the 260, and then you want as a goal, and then you just see other characters you're above 200. Whatever you've got left over, that's fine. As long as they're above 200. I mean, signs usually. I think my sign is like 208, 209. But that's kind of what you're looking for in your team. So, all right. Anything else that we need to look at for Bearded Fed here? I think we've got him on a path of success.
Yeah, for sure. One more thing too. Stick to the mod grind, like Finn was saying. Finish up, getting some good mods on your arena team and some secondary mods, and then once you do mod grinding for like a good 3 weeks, maybe a month at most, get you a good accumulated amount of mods, then you can work towards transitioning back into not only farming characters out of Cantina, but setting a cadence to where you're farming characters for 4 days a week, and then you're farming mods for 3 days a week, and then you build that repetition, you know what I mean, and get accustomed to doing that, and staying ahead of not only farming tunes but also getting more mods.
Yep. All right. And if you have more questions, just like everybody else, you're more than welcome to hit us up in our Discord. That's what it's for. You're more than welcome to do that. All right. So as we transition, Saley, you want to do some public service announcements about our June 24th charity stream that we are doing?
Yeah. So we already have a donation link, and if you want to donate early, the sooner that you donate, the more chances you have to winning the prizes that we have. So it would behoove you to, donate ahead of time.
Yeah, you can do that. And we got some really good prizes. We got a lot of games we're going to be giving away. We got a lot. It's really starting to come together, guys. June 24th, that day is going to be amazing. So plan on that. So that being said, there's links everywhere for the 24th stream. If you're a subscriber, you already know. If you're not subscribed to us, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. If you listen to our content and what we do, then you should be subscribed so you can know when we're putting out any of whenever we're streaming live. But yes, that's what it's designed for. So go ahead and start rocking and rolling, guys. All right. So now we will transition into Botnik. I'm assuming, Dr. Finn.
Yes, we will try Botnik again.
All right, I've got it set up this time. I just picked one randomly. I think it was Star Trek, I think. So, Dr. Finn, since this is your monstrosity.
We need you to share your screen.
I don't want to share my screen.
Please.
Okay. Okay, come on, Skype. Skype's being stupid. Give me a second.
When is it not being stupid?
You know, with Skype,
it started doing that to me to start popping up with crap I didn't really want to see. It's like, what?
All right, I'm sharing my screen. You guys seen it?
It's loading. It's loading. It's loading.
There.
It's loading. And there it is.
Great.
All right. So we're going to try this again.
All right. So Dr. Finn will lead us off. So go ahead, Dr. Finn. This is a Star Trek Botnik one.
Star Trek. Okay.
This should be interesting.
Picard. Enters. From. They had to have behind. I was hoping for
it. Which one?
Behind.
Behind?
I'm going to try and keep it clean here. Her.
I thought you were going to pick Wesley.
Own. Medical. Transporter. Period.
Okay.
I was nice and didn't put the period 4 words before.
All right, you pick the next. Who's the next person, Finn?
Let's go with Stanley.
Stanley.
Okay. Gordy.
Jordy?
Jordy, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that show. Smiles. And Picard. Nods.
Where do you find it? Where's Nods? Oh, there it is.
Bottom middle.
Jordy smiles and Picard nods.
Judiciously.
Sounds about right.
Anything else?
Period.
Okay, Christ. Oh my god. Alright, Sandy, you pick who goes next.
Grim.
Grim. Alright, you're up, Grim.
Oh, let's see here. Riker. Glances. Down. At. Troy.
Troy. Oh, there she is.
And quickly. Moves. Closer.
Don't do it.
Period.
All right, Stunner Jedi, you're up.
All right. Beverly.
This can turn so bad.
Leans.
So quickly.
Forward.
Leans forward.
They wouldn't.
Over.
Forward over.
This is gonna be so bad.
Her.
Leans forward over her.
Phew. In a whole screen full of body parts, they didn't include any of the bad ones. This could have gotten bad very quickly.
Period.
Say that again, Stunner Jedi.
Feet. Period.
I think he said feet, period.
Over her feet, period.
To be honest, Finn, I was really, really hoping it would be the same as give me the same words as last week.
I was trying.
Hey, I could have started this off with Picard enters from behind. So I'm not.
Confused stares
Okay,
from
fine.
data.
People don't find this interesting.
They don't?
I find it hilarious once we get the final story.
Yeah. I think this is fun. But then again, it might be different for people if they aren't playing it. I don't know.
Ranger's not announcing his selection.
Oh, I'm so far going confused stares from data as he considers bringing. And
what is he going to bring? What is Data going to bring? What is he bringing in? We must find out.
Oh man, this makes me feel old.
I
know, I miss Star Trek.
Large.
Did you know it's been 24 years since the final episode of Next Generation?
Wow. No, I didn't realize that.
Ton.
I mean, holy crap.
Idol.
Yeah, I did like Voyager. Voyager was pretty good.
Yeah, Voyager was pretty good.
Silverbolt likes Botnik.
There we go.
Silverbolt likes us. I'm good.
Yeah. All right, so here we go.
That last one.
This whole thing is awful.
Well done, Ranger.
Someone had to spice it up. So, okay, here we go. Picard enters from behind her own medical transport. Geordi smiles and Picard nods judiciously. Riker glances down at Troy and quickly moves closer. Beverly leans forward over her feet. Then, confused stares from Data as he considers bringing in some large, rotund idol of sexual Klingons.
Awful.
So there you go.
Xylo 111. Picard, number 1. I order you to take a number 2.
That's what Beavis and Butthead like. Number 1. I order you to take a number 2. Fire up the Fruton torpedoes.
That was awesome.
All right. There we go. So, let us know what you think of Botnik. This was Finn's brainchild. So let us know if you'd like us to keep doing this or not, if you enjoy it. So it's not the same when you don't have mentally damaged Grande doing it with us.
Plus, I think, so part of it, I think, is that the end story is fine. It just takes us a while to get it. So I think we need to be quicker on picking the words.
Right.
So if we pick faster, I think it'll be, because we do get those moments of silence. So I think if we start picking faster, then we'll get better.
Right. All right.
That's only one day a week.
Yeah, so. But let's know what you guys think. I'll just check my territory wars real quick, and then I'm going to do some stuff. Game. Let's get to some questions. Insanely rock and roll, brother. We got some good time today to answer some questions.
Jedi Gunny 267, or 262. Question, when do you think the ship table will drop this month?
Probably end of the month.
I agree.
Like, literally right at the end of the month. I don't see it coming any sooner.
Who knows? They might be all, it's an RSG stream tonight.
I know.
Drop it all on us.
We usually after 5 o'clock, me and Finn just sit around just going, okay. Ah!
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Almost there. Just a little further.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the same time they release Boss free to play too as well.
I agree. So stay tuned, folks. All right.
Soon, TM.
Soon, TM. Oh, .com.
Oh, really quick. Chewie wants to know if he can order work from Silverbolt.
Yeah, get with Silverbolt. Send him a message. Straight cash, homie.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
he's done some of the stuff. I mean, guys, he's got to eat too, guys. I mean, he's done some free stuff for us, but that's a showcase. But I'm sure he can work out something for you. But it's worth it, guys. You've seen his work. If you'd like Silverbolt to do Star Wars image of you and stuff, send him a message, work out some kind of deal, and he'll do it for you. He's a great guy.
Oh man,
we're also working on something with Silverbolt for the charity stream. So
oh snap!
Do you guys have some
amazing artwork?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've shown off the 100th episode one that he did. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, I like V's new image too as well.
Pretty amazing stuff.
That reminds me, I need to finish the the one that he sent me.
Oh, there you go. All right, next question.
Nathaniel Miller, recommendations for Jedi crew on Assault Battle and gear level needed for different tiers. My Gear 9 team can't beat the second tier.
That's your problem. One, you need at least to be minimum Gear 11. And the other thing is you have to be, you have to have Hermit Yoda. I mean, I've seen lots of videos.
Hermit Yoda helps a lot.
Warrior's got a new video on.
Yeah, if you have, that's a great point. I watched that. It's a great video on that and the characters you need and stuff. But you've got to have Gear 11 tunes at minimum.
At least.
Yeah, I just haven't done it because I just don't care. Just to deal with that crap. But I do have the tunes now. I guess I could try, but it's like, oh my god.
I mean, first time around, I got both status on Hermit Yoda and some decent Jedi, and I still couldn't beat it. So like you said, until I have the free time to actually work on Jedi or they make Jedi viable again, then I'm not worried about it.
Okay, I have to do something now.
What do you have to do?
Keith typed Thunderbolt and Lightning. in the chat.
What?
Keith Constantino typed Thunderbolt and Lightning in the chat.
Very, very frightening.
Galileo, Figaro, Magnifico.
Oh, I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves
me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare his life from this monstrosity. Okay.
Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? Dispel not. No, we will not let him go.
Let you go. Let him go. Dispel not. We will not let you go. Let him go.
You know, I just had this awesome picture.
Not let him go. Let me go. Not let him go. Let me go. Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me. Okay.
I just had a picture in my mind of Ranger Fitty and Grande sitting in a freaking gremlin singing that. You know, the scene from the scene from Wayne's World. You know, Finn and Ranger are doing the low tone singing, and then when it gets to the real high pitched stuff, Grande says it.
So much fun.
You know, Freddie Mercury, God bless.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back on track here.
Okay, David Bond wants to see 4 hours of Ranger doing the Ground Wars event.
I can't beat the Jedi one, the mythic tier. The mythic tier, I have like 0 chance at.
Yeah, I can't beat it either.
My Ezra's just not strong enough. Tier 10.
I think you need Ayla. So from what I've seen, the team that does really well,
that was the team that
Kenobi, Barriss, Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda, and Ayla. And Ayla just goes ahead and stuns everyone. You can get 3 stuns plus Ayla's turn, because Kenobi can get everyone to attack, because by the time you get to wave 4, you have Master's Training on everyone. Barriss can get everyone by healing and getting everyone to attack, so Ayla can stun then. Hermit Yoda does a heal that can get everyone to attack, which would then stun with Ayla, and then Ayla's attack.
Strong enough.
Yeah, mine aren't strong enough, but the one that I've seen do the best is with Ayla, not Ezra. But I just don't have enough invested in them. At least in Ayla in particular. Maybe if I move mods around and get her a high crit chance so she can actually do the stun, but I'm not moving around mods for her yet.
Yeah, I'm just not... no.
Okay, Thoka, question, plan my next Zeta. Think Kylo, unmasked leader, only Zeta I have on first order. Stark, unique, already have Veers or Wampa or Enfys Nest.
Did Kylo Ren masked or regular Kylo Ren?
He said unmasked.
Unmasked, but he has the leader, you said, right?
Yeah, we've always said Scarred's really good. I mean, don't jump around with your Zetas. Again, try to focus on what it is. If it's going to be for your PvP team, do the Zetas for your PvP team. If it's going to be for your first order team, knock out all the Zetas for the first order team, right? I mean, it doesn't do any good going all over piecemeal for Zetas and stuff. So there's got to be a direction and a reason why you just got to be focused, guys. You know, so if you're finishing the first order team, do Scarred. Out of those other ones, which would you recommend? Again, we don't know what he's working on, but what would you guys recommend?
Scarred is really good.
It's amazing. I don't know why. I mean, it's so good. It's so good.
Like, Crew was my first 100% character, so...
Yeah.
So what were the choices again? It was Crew.
Right.
There was Stark, which I definitely wouldn't put a Zeta on. He said Enfys Nest, which is only if you're going to use her in Arena, which, I mean, I would probably still favor Crew over that. Was there another choice?
Wampa.
Wampa is also more of an arena play, because in phase 2 of the raid, he's going to be debuffed, so he's not... I mean, you can get an increased counter chance, but you're not getting any dots up on him. The Zeta worth in phase 2 is kind of net. He gets more benefit in like arena and territory wars with it. So it just depends on your focus. I would probably still go with what you were saying, Ranger. Cruise Guard would probably be the way I go.
Yeah. It's that first order team, man. I'm telling you. All right, next question.
Ray's side piece. Question, what's the easiest way to take down Zeta Emperor Palpatine team?
Smoke a buttload of weed. Stunner Jedi, you know what we're talking about, right? I'm being facetious. He's a good dad. He has his little baby he takes care of. He doesn't do that. Stop calling him that.
I've been waiting to say that.
I know.
Is Zeta Emperor Palpatine team that a guildmate left with loaded TM?
You find the guildmate, you punch him in the balls. Your best bet, I mean, I don't know how you guys approach it. When we have that happen, we're in a little bit different position because we just have one of our Krakens go in there with one of their teams and just like, you dumbass, and just kill it, right? I have seen people where then, okay, so what they do is they'll send in a weak team, not like weak in the sense that it's like just a crap team, but like one of their lesser teams to get rid of the way their abilities and set it up to where the next person going in, they'll have Term Eater, but they're just using basics with one of their meta teams, and that's how they kind of do it. It takes some coordination to do that, but when that happens, and it does happen, sometimes we have that happen in our guild, but we immediately, someone speaks up and says, damn, I just got wiped out by this team. I don't know what happened. And it happens to the best of us, right? But then you just let them know what's up. The rule of thumb is, though, guys, if you're going in there and you're getting slaughtered and you haven't killed any of their team, you should be backing out. You should retreat.
Yeah.
Don't
continue the fight.
Right. Now, if you kill one of them, then don't retreat because you've taken out a piece of that pie, right? That makes that team go. So someone else can go in with the meta team and clearing it out. But if you're getting slaughtered, let's say you're down to 2 and they still have 5, get the hell out of there. Don't sit there and try to say, oh, maybe I can get this character. No, get the hell out of there. Because that way the next person going in does not have to face that turn meter. Now, it's a loss, but at least someone else that goes in there. Now, sometimes it doesn't happen where the team just goes and you don't even get a chance to retreat. It happens, right? It's happened to all of us. But then that way you need to let your guild know. And there's 2 ways. Either you set it up to where you set up their abilities where the next person goes in and can wipe it out, or it's just a grind fest, man, trying to get the characters down. But those are the ways you kind of do it.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Gregorio. Question, I am going to unlock BB-8/JTR tomorrow, and I have saved 2 Zetas. Is it better to apply 2 on Ray or 1 on Ray and 1 on BB-8 for use in the Sith raid and arena mainly?
1 on Ray and 1 on BB-8. You've got to do Ray's leadership and BB-8's roll with the punches. That's the way that works. And so, straightforward answer right there. Unless anybody is going to disagree, which I don't think anybody on this panel is going to disagree with.
Nope.
All right.
Paul Morgan, question, do you get a notification on Discord before a roster review? Is that in VIP?
You get a notification because I PM you to schedule your roster review. Mm-hmm. So anyone that's getting their roster review, I talk to them ahead of time and tell them when their roster review is going to be scheduled. And but it's not VIP. We do roster reviews for anyone that wants it. It's just we have to go through the queue. So, and there's only ones that get extra priority are those that get mispronounced by Grande.
Ski Trooper, question. We know that JT... What?
I just broke 2 million GP.
On overall?
Overall.
Nice. Snap. Congrats.
Woohoo!
Now get to 3 million. Quit farting around. Go ahead, Stanley.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Sorry. Ski Trooper question. We know that JTR in Phase 1 and Night Sisters in Phase 4 are the best scoring teams. But what team in what phase is the easiest to get 1 million damage, i.e. least RNG, fewest restarts? I'm looking at you, Chex Mix.
Well, I'm confused by this question.
Yeah, can you repeat it again?
Well, I understand what he's saying, but it's like we know what Phase 1 and Phase 4 they can rock and roll. But the Chex Mix team is RNG dependent. There's no better team Phase 3, but you do have to time it and do it right. You know, you have to do a little coordination. Phase 2 is not. You go in with your first order team and you go in with whatever team you're going in, and you can, if you can't do 1 million damage with any team in Phase 2, I don't know what you're doing. Now Phase 3 is different because you're using Chex Mix, and you've got it does take a little bit of, you know, of manipulation and getting it right, but that's the only phase that's a factor on. You know, if you have those other teams for Phase 1 and Phase 4, because Phase 2, if you go in with the first order team, it's straightforward. You just do what you do, and you let Executioner go around Kassan chopping everybody. Or if you're going in with the Wampa team, you know, you just run it, you know, because you're not going to get. It's not like Phase 3 where you're going to. It's not RNG dependent, right? So, you know.
He's just asking for how to reduce RNG with Chex Mix. So I wasn't sure what the exact question was.
Yeah, you just kind of got to keep trying it. I mean, it's all about the order of using your specials.
He wants to know, you know, like for Phase 1, what's the easiest team to get a million in
JTR.
with the least amount of RNG?
Yeah, it's JTR.
Right, and then Phase 2, 3, and 4.
Phase 2, you can run multiple teams in Phase 2, right?
Yeah, Phase 2 has a few options. I use Kenobi, Wampa, Sabine, Thrawn, and Hermit Yoda.
Yeah, there you go.
And that got me 5% earlier today, so 2.5 million. So, nice. And the thing is, a lot of these depend on your mods.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it in chat now. You'll be able to see it once you hear it. You'll see my message anyways. But so on Reddit, there is a post that goes through how you have to set up your Chex Mix team in Phase 3. There's speeds that you need. A lot of this is going to be based on how you have your mod set up. You need to make sure you're hitting certain speeds with your characters. Some characters need to be a little bit faster. Some need to be a little bit slower, like your Han needs to be slow. Your other characters need to be a little bit faster, so they go before Traya. And so first priority is getting speed. The next priority is to try and get as much offense as you can. So if you can get that speed with an offense set, that's great. If you can get those with a plus offense secondaries on all of your mods, that's great. If you can get offense on your arrow and on your cross mod and your triangle, I think triangle gets offense, then that's even better. So it's not a lot of RNG if you can mod properly. So the only RNG is the restarts on the lightsabers in order to try and avoid those retribution. And then you go off with your Han, you'll kill a lightsaber. You have to kill it. So if your Han doesn't crit for whatever reason, that may be one factor of RNG. Once that's done, though, you kind of run through your sequence of Chirrut, POW, and CLS. And then the lightsabers will go. You'll have one lightsaber dead. You'll do the death mark on Traya, and then you go in with Han, and then you do the buff. That's the last piece of RNG because you have to try and avoid the dodges because he gets an evasion bonus with his buffs, but then they go away. I mean, they don't go away, but you want to avoid actually having dodges because you want Han to get hit so he counterattacks. So there's really only like 3 or 4 pieces of information that you really need to worry about in terms of RNG with Chex Mix. And a lot of those are right off the bat. Like if your Han doesn't kill, it doesn't get a lightsaber almost dead at the beginning, then you're probably not going to be able to kill it. You can restart. If one of your characters dies, like I run a weak POW, so my POW has a potential of dying. If he dies while he has isolate, I don't care because he's not going to provide a bonus anyways while he's isolated. If he dies and there isn't an isolate on him, then I've lost a offense bonus. So there isn't a lot of RNG to it. It is annoying. The dodge part is the most annoying. But I think once you get, I don't know if you're modding everyone correctly with speed. But if you follow that guide that was posted in Reddit, I think you'll have a much easier time with Chex Mix.
And also to note too, I mean, like, there's a lot of different videos and concepts and, you know, slowing down Han Solo in a sense. I never shuffled the arena mods off of mine and just put some faster speed mods on, or speed secondaries on Chirrut and Pow. And to note too, some of the tunes, like if you, like, say have a debuff over Han Solo or Chirrut or somebody like that, that's gonna not be the first or second tune to go. If you score a critical hit, the team can cleanse debuffs. So even if you go into a match, say with 2 lightsabers that have retribution, you can, if you can kill the lightsaber, one of the lightsabers with retribution, and get that cleanse, it works still. You know, and there's a bunch of different scenarios. I also have 3 videos with Chex Mix on my channel too, so you can check out the different runs and the different RNG setups, and it's all still really good damage output. I always post anywhere from 1.7 to 1.9, and like Finn said too, I got a gear 8 POW. So I mean, like, you don't need to invest too much gear. It's just having the right secondary statistics, flat offense and speed secondaries.
Okay, Dana Descent. Question, what mods does Enfys need?
I've not done anything with her, so I don't know.
Hold on. Let me see what mine is.
Oh my god!
Hey!
Sorry, depending where you're running her, you want her to go with speed. She has one of the fastest base speeds in the game, and if you're using her against a Traya team, if you can get her to start putting daze on the opposition right off the bat, even though they'll dispel it by the time it gets to Traya's turn, Nihilus won't gain any of the benefits if you start attacking Scion early. So the faster your Enfys, the faster you get the daze, the faster you prevent any of the turn meter gain on Nihilus by attacking Scion, and you can run through your rotation of like fracturing Scion, and you can turn meter reduce other characters. So Enfys is a lot of speed, and then potency if you can get it on your cross.
So I went Enfys Nest with crit damage, crit chance, speed for the arrow, crit damage with a speed secondary for the triangle. I went offense for the cross with speed secondary, and I went protection with a speed secondary for the circle, and then I went speed and speed secondaries for the triangle, for the diamond and the square. But that was because I feel like those primaries are correct. You could go crit chance and speed sets if you wanted to. I just had better mods that I had crit damage and crit chance on with speed secondaries than I did speeds at the particular time I was modding her.
Yeah, for mine, I went, speed secondaries, of course, but I went potency and max health because she's really squishy. If they get past her protection, she'll die. So, she already gains lots and lots of protection as it is, so she doesn't really need it that much. But yeah, like Finn said, though, you want her really fast to drop that daze right away. Yeah.
Okay. Epic Haas. Hello, guys. Question, do you think General Grievous, who sucks big time, will get a rework?
It's a
God, I hope so.
We've been kind of saying that we think he is. The one thing that gives me hope that he's going to be is that, EA with Battlefront and Galaxy Heroes, right? They just announced that they're bringing General Kenobi and Grievous into the game, right? In Battlefront 2. I think they are going to do a rework, and I think because everything's been kind of linked. We got new skins of Battlefront 2 at the same time that we've been, a lot of stuff that we're getting in Galaxy Heroes, and somehow, some way we're getting it in Battlefront 2, right? So I think with the launch of Grievous, they're going to rework him and stuff, and I think you're going to see a rework whenever that launches for Battlefront 2. I think that's going to be in the fall, so I think it's going to happen around that time period.
Soon, TM.
That's right. That's science.
Also,
my God, we've been talking about a Grievous rework for forever, man. Grievous needed to be reworked. Grievous has needed to be reworked since the droids were meta, basically. I mean, we're talking 18 months here, guys. 18 months Grievous has needed a rework. And by the way, if you're going to rework Grievous, Mace Windu and the freaking Jedis, man. Come on now. I mean,
yeah.
The only one of them that's halfway decent is Ayla. But Kit Fistu and Plo Koon and Jedi Knight Guardian and Eve Koth and Grandmaster Yoda, they freaking suck. I mean, you could sort of get a little bit out of Qui-Gon. You could sort of get a little bit out of Grandmaster Yoda, and you could sort of get a little bit out of Ayla or a little bit out of regular Anakin. But regular Fulcrum Ahsoka, no, needs another rework again. You know?
I don't know. She rocks like in
Jedi.
Not Fulcrum, regular Ahsoka Tano.
Regular. Oh, okay, sorry.
Regular Ahsoka. Not
with her random
Fulcrum,
Night Sister synergy.
Well, it's not random. I mean, I get why they did it, but geez, come on.
She's not even a Night Sister, though.
She never was. Well, it's because she learned. If you go back and read in the cartoon and in some of the books, she learned a bunch of her skills from the Night Sisters. That's why she has that Jedi.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's why she has that Night Sister synergy. I mean, it is canon. I mean, I get why they did it, but she's like the fourth best Night Sister leader after Talia.
Yeah.
I mean, and after Old Daka. I mean, I'd put Asajj Ventress, Mother Talzin, Talia, Old Daka all have better Night Sister leaders than regular Ahsoka Tano.
To touch on the question too about Grievous, check out the Smithy B. He has a new video on the Grievous and, like Ranger said, the ties with Battlefront, some side notes, and possibly the first real collaboration between EA and Battlefront and Galaxy of Heroes. So there's potential, there's so much potential for that faction as Separatist and the Grievous rework, and like Rhonda just said, we need the Jedi rework at the same time, so they can also potentially knock two birds out with one stone and just do a Clone Wars era rework with the Separatist and the Galactic Republic factions, on top of adding probably our second territory battles in Geonosis. So that'd be cool to see that in the future.
All right.
Okay, Chewie. Question: is Rey's unique necessary? He didn't specify if which Rey he's talking about.
I'm assuming JTR.
Scavenger Rey, the days.
The Scavenger Rey of the days?
Yeah, okay. But before JTR came out, it was necessary. Let's just give her that extra damage output, put days on the Resistance team, the old Resistance team, mind you, before she came out with JTR. It's just an added plus. And if you are talking about JTR's unique, then it's more damage output for the Sith raid. And if you're going all in on the faction itself, it never hurts to put an extra Zeta on JTR. So.
Okay, he clarified it. He's talking about JTR.
Okay. Yeah, I have the leader. I'm sure everybody else here that doesn't, stack the Zetas up on one team. I'm sure everybody else has just the leader. Unless you put the unique on for damage output.
All right. Let's do two more questions.
Keith Constantino, question: how long do you wait to get a haircut?
I shave, so no. I think the good rule of thumb is 2 to 3 weeks.
Unless you like the dreads, Mon.
And unless you like long hair.
It varies for me. I just cut it when I feel like it's time, or if I feel like I'm going through that phase where I just want to let my hair grow out for a couple months, I do that too. Save some money.
I don't even bother with hairstylists anymore. It's like, screw it. Bzzz, cut it all off.
That's what I got my clippers for at home. If I really need it cut, I don't want to go spend the money. Bzzz, gone.
Yeah, I cut my own hair too. That's all the questions.
All right. So
nice.
Good job. So if you're watching this is the Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream. We appreciate everybody being here. Remember, tonight we will try to get a Battlefront 2 stream in, but the big show will be the Wednesday night stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we break down the latest and greatest Star Wars Galaxy heroes and tell you what it all means with our cast of crew and characters that you've all come to grow and love. Make sure you are subscribing, guys. It really... We're right around 3,300, and we keep fluctuating between, it goes above like 3,301, then it goes down to 3,298. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if it's YouTube being stupid. I don't know, but let's get as many subscribers as we can get, guys. Let's start pushing for 3,500. You know, you guys know every 500 subscribers, we do something really cool for you guys. So spread the word, guys. We need your help. Let's spread the word about the channel. Try to get your friends. Try to get your guild mates. Try to get everybody, you know, here watching the channel and stuff, so we can spread the word and get bigger and better. So check out tonight 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll start pimping here in a little bit. The event. We do the lunch stream from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern every day. So if you are watching this, there's lots of ways you can watch. You can watch it live 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern, or you can go back and download it as a from iTunes Store and listen to it as a podcast. Or you can just go back and watch it on YouTube with YouTube Red. So there's lots of different ways that you can go about doing it. So, that being said, I'd like to thank everybody for being here today. We really appreciate it. If you have more questions, join our Discord. We'd be more than glad to help you with your questions. We've got a great community there of people that are there to help you with your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes questions. So, hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Look forward to tonight's shows. So, everyone stay cool, be safe, and we will holler at you later. Peace.